Welcome back once again, and today we're going to be talking about adding UV to the tank. And these units are the Pentair 80 watt high output units. They were originally black and I just painted them white because I'm crazy. And putting them on this wall was about the only place I could to allow for bulb changes, but it did cover this air inlet, if you remember from the fish room build, but I just drilled some holes and it's still allowing air to come in just like the vent cover. The two main companies in the US at least making sterilizers for aquariums, ponds, and even swimming pools are Pentair and Aqua Ultraviolet. There are some smaller UVs on the market, but honestly I would stick with these two companies. I like to oversize my UV a little bit, so I was shooting for about 160 watts, and both of these UVs are rated for 600 gallons, so doubling that, it gives me a little bit of cushion. And you have to replace the bulb and the sleeve annually, so it really came down to replacement costs for me, $150 for the Pentair. Now the Aqua Ultraviolet increases the size of their units by adding 40 watt bulbs, and so the same 80 watts is actually more than twice the replacement costs because you have to replace 2 bulbs and 2 quart sleeves annually. So upfront costs are not always the whole story. So the water enters here and then we'll go from the bottom unit to the top unit and then drain back down into the sump. So these essentially are just acting in series as one long 8-foot UV sterilizer. So there seems to be a lot of debate in the last couple of years about UV, and I tend to think of UV as insurance for the tank. Insurance for your fish and perhaps a little bit help preventing diseases or algae from getting out of hand. It may not prevent everything, it's not a cure-all, but I do believe that it can help. And just like different people have different thresholds for risk and buy different levels of insurance based on what makes them comfortable, I think the same applies for your tank. If you've got a lot of fish and you've been burned by diseases before, UV might make you feel better and might also be very useful. Here are the units all plumbed up and running, and I'll probably run these continuously for the first year or so as I'm adding fish and until the tank stabilizes. And I've added some drains that allow me to drain down the units easily when you're servicing them. You do need to replace the bulbs and the sleeves and also clean the sleeves about every 3 months because you do get calcium buildup on them. And after the first year I might run this more selectively, such as just at night when ictomons are more active, and we'll see how UV kind of fits into the things I want to feed, such as bacteria and phytoplankton. But that is a topic for another video. So that's it for now. Thanks again for joining us, everyone, and happy reefing.